Every morning, hundreds or thousands of salespeople wake up in the morning, they go to work to sell their eyes and their ears. Yes, to sell their eyes, my eyes, and our ears. And we make not even a penny. Have you stopped to think about it? I'm talking about your attention. Our attention, our eyes, our ears are sold daily by companies of adverts, communication, technology, companies that offer their services through mobile phones. These companies live out of the attention that we give towards the content that they bring before their eyes or ears. And they sell this attention. And they sell for a high price. Yes. I don't know why someone hasn't found a way to monetize all this, for us to make something out of all this. But this is another story. But what does this mean to us in practice? Is that your eyes are precious to those who sell them. Your ears too. Our attention has a value, a price that is so high that companies earn billions selling others' eyes and ears. Back in the days, they would sell a slave. They would take a slave, they would take that slave by force in a war, put in a ship, and will sell in a slave market. They will clean them up, tie them up, and someone will see a strong slave and they will say, I want to take this slave for this amount of money to work in my farm. Today, people don't sell a slave, a whole slave, but they do in parts. We are sold in parts. Eyes, ears, attention, even the smell. Yes. So why? Because we are precious. Our attention, your attention, is extremely precious. Yesterday's message, we were talking about when we are scrolling through the screen of our mobile phone, in the infinite screen, and a video goes through, and then a comment, and then a post, and then you keep scrolling. As long as we are doing that, the algorithm of the mobile phone is determining what will come before our eyes. Therefore, determining what we think, what we consume, what we will read, and etc. Someone is determining what and to whom we are going to give our attention towards. Someone is directing our thoughts. And it's not us. We are just that robot that is scrolling through a screen and consuming that content. In that moment, we are giving money to others. But you don't stop to think about it. In that moment, that something within us is being satiated, that we can call it entertainment, just killing some time. I don't only watch what is useless. I see something useful. Yes, in an ocean, there's a drop of something that is good for you. But how much of bad you need to consume to have something good? So you think that is a moment of distraction. But in reality, you are directing your attention to something that brings no result to you. Results to others, audience to others, but not to you. So if your attention is so precious that is sold daily, then why don't you take control of it? Assume control of it. what will bring profit to you. How am I going to do it? You may ask yourself. First, you must understand that your attention has a price. If you think that your attention has no price or value, you will throw it away. You need to understand that your attention is so valuable that salespeople sell it every day. And if you understand this, then you raise the next question. Okay, if my attention is precious, how can I translate this price for me? How can I profit with my own attention? To give attention to myself or to what is going to do me good, what will lead me to develop and grow. How can I do it? Then you start to understand that there are ways for you to spend your attention on things that will bring benefits to you. The Word of God, as always, brings us wisdom about eyes and ears. In Ecclesiastes, the most wise man in the world said, "All things are full of labor." All things are full of labor. Man cannot express it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. So Solomon predicted the infinite screen here, per se. He predicted the music services where you cannot listen to all songs there. If you spend your whole life just listening to songs, you wouldn't be able to listen to all of them that they are available on your mobile phone. The word shows us that the eye is not satisfied with seeing. It always wants to see something new. You watched a movie, you want another. If it is good, you need to watch something that is as good. If it was bad, you need to watch something that will erase the bad one. Yes or no? When you listen to a nice song, you want to listen to it again in infinite loop. I will download this song and I want to listen to it again. And then you want to watch the video clip or songs from the same artist. You will never get tired, or you will never satisfy your eyes and your ears. In other words, you always pour out your attention because your ears and eyes are itching and they are never satisfied. Jesus once rebuking the disciples when he was trying to teach them a precious truth, telling them, be careful with the leaven of the Pharisees. He was warning the disciples about this contamination that is generated when we give attention to religious people who don't practice what they preach. The Pharisees are everywhere. Today, in the era of the internet, the people got used to be internet Christians, to bring the church to their own house through the internet, and some even abandoned the going to church physically because there are so many preachers of all kinds that they can watch from home. So many, with their itching ears to desire more knowledge, their eyes not being satisfied with seeing, then they keep watching preachers, and Jesus was warning that there are preachers that spread a leaven of hypocrisy, a leaven of knowledge. Jesus said about the Pharisees, do what they say, but not what they do. Be careful, because not everyone is living what they are preaching. Those who speak well are practicing what they are teaching. Jesus was warning the disciples about this danger, that we need to be selective even from where and from whom we listen the preaching of the gospel. You must be careful. Oh, but they're good preachers. I like the word, I like the teaching. Okay. But sometimes, In the midst of the wheat, we find the leaven, like in the bread. Jesus told the disciples, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. Then the disciples, thinking about it, not having their attention or their ears attentive and their eyes opened, they thought that Jesus was talking about bread. And they started to talk to each other. Oh, it's because we didn't buy bread. I think that he's calling our attention because we forgot to buy bread. Then Jesus came and told them off. In Mark 8:18, he said, having eyes, do you not see? And having ears, do you not hear? In other words, you have eyes and you don't see. You have ears and you don't hear. What is happening to you? Jesus expressed his frustration mixed with a correction, telling them off because their attention was elsewhere. They were distracted. Therefore, they didn't see the obvious. They didn't understand what was obvious, what Jesus was teaching. And this happens all the time. It's not because they have eyes that they see, that they have ears and they hear. They have ears to hear and understand mathematics, science, to take a rocket to the moon. They have eyes and ears to watch anything. But when the topic is the Word of God, they sleep. They think that is boring, annoying. They take their attention elsewhere. They don't understand it. Why? Because other things have their attention. That is why you, me, all of us, we always must stop to pay attention to what has our attention. Always remember to pay attention to what has your attention. Be attentive to what you are being attentive towards. Look at what you are seeing with your eyes and hearing with your ears. Because if it's not firstly the Word of God, because if I want to grow, I must first look at the Word of God. My eyes must be on Him. My ears must be on His Word. First, if I want to win using my attention correctly, the first thing is to turn my attention to God. To look at God. To look at God is to look at His Word and listen to His Word and apply it. Like this, when I start to use my attention correctly, this attention starts to bring profit. Translated as peace, not only money. It is peace, correct thoughts, good decisions, avoid bad decisions, not to fall in sin, not to mix myself with bad things. And this sums up, and the result will be a better life. Pay attention to what has your attention. And if your attention is in the wrong place, dear friends, take it back because it is yours. Don't give it for free to nobody. Neither sell your attention to those who sell you rubbish. If you have made it this far, it is because you want to be a better person. I challenge you to choose one thing you learn in today's video and put it into practice. I'll see you here next time.